Hey guys, Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Hero Academia Season 6 episode review for you guys. Again, my co-host is not joining me this week because he went to Mexico again. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, Fine by him, but he missed a good episode this week, and yeah, the heroes look like they're screwed out of proportion. Both fronts are absolutely failing. The Jakku event, the Battle of Jakku raid, that area, that is already lost in terms of what's going on there with Shigiraki's awakening, and just from the standpoint that Shigaraki is taking these hits and he's just shrugging them off like they're nothing. And now, because of the events of the Jakku stuff, it's now leading on into what's going on in the battle at Gungan Mountain Villa. Because with that whole thing, now with Shigiraki awake, Giantomachia is up, and he is absolutely going ham. And my goodness. Seems like nobody can stop it. And at the same time, it also looks like we potentially may see another hero death. And that's in the form of Midnight, because she got very badly beat up. But again, we'll get to it when the time comes. But this is My Hero Academia episode. Let me check. I want to check again. Jesus, they don't identify it. My goodness. I should know this. Season 6, episode 7. And remind you guys, this is only the first half of the season. The first half of the season, it's already going off like this. But yes. The fight with Shigaraki goes on for pretty much the entire first half of the episode. And Shigaraki at this point is just flexing on everybody. He's flexing on everybody. Like, he's dodging all of Endeavor's strikes with ease in the air alone. And mind you, it's like I made a mention last week. This is Shigaraki at 75%, not full power Shigaraki. No quirks. Simple as that. That's how OP this guy is. And how they start the episode off with a news report going on about, like, these people from the news in a helicopter saying, like, what's going on here? The city of Jakku is just absolutely all freaking wrecked. It's wrecked as bad as freaking Kamino Ward was. And they're wondering, like, why, what is the cause of this? Why has this been happening the last few months? Kamino Ward, Hosu City, yada yada yada, all these different incidents. And you just get pretty much a montage of these characters, mostly characters we've seen, just family relatives of these characters, which is like Deku, Todoroki, Bakugou's mom. We see them and they're just kind of living their peaceful lives, and really none of the public outside the people of Jakku know what's truly going on right now, unless I guess someone is watching the news. That's my only guess. But it seems like everybody's living their peaceful life, and it's interesting, man. It's interesting because that's, like, honestly a real life trope thing, because it's like this incident is big is big enough to change Japan. And it's funny because the news report people was like, what is happening in Japan right now? We also see All Might watching in with Eerie about the news reports and everything. He looks concerned as shit. Definitely in his case, he wishes he could do something about this. And legitimately, this is like the first time, even though there was several occasions, but this is the first time where there's like an all-out war and there is no All Might. We got to put that into factor too. There is no All Might in this situation to get the heroes out of some sort of corner. So, knowing All Might, you have to know this is eating him up within the inside, because he wants to do something, but he can't because he has no more of the abilities of One for All within him. So that definitely sucks in his case. So he's just kind of watching on the sidelines. But going on with this whole thing, or what I was about to say, it's interesting because it's like, it's kind of another real world trope of, like, use this for example. What's going on in the Ukraine right now? I understand every now and then we get these updates, these major updates, and that's based on like, oh, if they're potentially gonna go, you know what. I'm not gonna say it for this video, but you know, this whole thing, we're over here in the United States and everywhere else in the world that's not involved with, the Ukraine. We're kind of just living our peaceful lives, and we don't ultimately know what's going on, and we don't know what the future of this world's going to be with the outcome of that thing that's going on, that issue that's going on over there. And like I said, we typically get these updates every now and then that freaking we wake up to and we're scaring, shitting our pants shitless. But I kind of, it makes me realize, it's like, damn, the world is a big place, and sometimes you don't know what's really going on. And then by the time you do realize what's going on, so in some cases, it might be too damn late. And in the hero's case, it seems like it's too late for them. Like I said, freaking Endeavor is getting absolutely destroyed. There was one point where Endeavor comes for an attack, or Ryuko comes for an attack, and Endeavor's coming in. Freaking Shigaraki blocks both their attacks, kicks Endeavor into freaking Ryuko, and literally stands on top of Shigaraki, doing the All Might pose, and even the pose that Endeavor did at the end of season 4 against Hood. And he's just like, was it the other hand, number one? And I'm just like, this dude is showing absolute damn disrespect right here. He's literally standing on top of him with his hand raised like he won the war, which, in any case, I guess you could say in a way he kind of has, because my god, he has destroyed these guys. Like, absolutely destroyed these dudes. And my freaking goodness, it's absolutely crazy what's going on there. Absolutely crazy. But, that's all of a sudden, Shigaraki realizes, like, I have to freaking stop Aizawa because he's limiting my quirks and everything. He's holding my quirks back. And it looks like, he goes in for an attack against Aizawa. Aizawa honestly probably would have died in this situation. Let's be honest. Even though we see Aizawa reaching out for a freaking knife or a dagger or something, what is that dagger going to do to somebody that is invulnerable to attacks, impenetrable? Like, literally, Endeavor is giving him attacks. And we see in this episode, Bakugou gives some shots, Deku gives some shots, Endeavor gives some freaking shots, and this guy has like no damage on him whatsoever. He's like taking it, and then he's like, okay, let's go, and everything. And it's this whole thing of Aizawa. I like this whole thing is he's grown so much close to Class 1A. He's like, I want to see them grow. I don't want this to be my end. I want to see them graduate. I want to see them become heroes. And there's this whole character development thing I love of Aizawa, because he wants to see his students become heroes and everything. Oh yeah. And then we also find out the reasons why the high-end Nomus are up. Well, now they're called near high-end Nomus. That's what Dr. Garaki was saying, or and pretty much we find out that the radio waves were activated the Nomus. At the same time, the thing is, when Endeavor sees the Nomus in the background, freaking Shigaraki's just again further flexing. He's like, oh yeah, I can actually control my decay and where it spreads to. So he's continuing to flex on the heroes of like, oh, this is how strong I truly am. But all of a sudden, when you think Endeavor's going to die, or not Endeavor's going to die, Aizawa's going to die. Everybody, all the other heroes, especially with the fact that there's really not a lot of heroes fighting Shigaraki. Like, let's be honest, it was only Ryuko and Endeavor fighting Shigaraki. That's not enough. And this guy is absolutely going crazy. And then I guess if you want to count in you want to count in what's his face? Gran Torino, which he has a line. He's like, you're a disgrace to what Shimura was, because obviously Tenko or Shigaraki is the grandson to Nana Shimura. But pretty much Shigaraki is like, I don't give a crap what you're saying right now. But when all looks like all hope is lost, Deku comes in and he freaking protects Aizawa, pretty much saying, I'm not gonna let you kill, Mr. Aizawa. He's shown us so many damn things. and I'm not gonna let you freaking get near him. And pretty much, Deku makes a pretty damn good argument here because the heroes are like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, Gran Torino's like, what the hell are you doing here? And pretty much Deku's like, listen, the dude has no access to his quirks, which means he can't do anything right now. So if anything, that gives us at least a good chance to come in and join the fight. So what's there to be worried about? And plus, what's the thing? You said this is the worst possible outcome. Right now, they're probably like DEFCON like 10 right now. Like, literally, they're at DEFCON 10. And Deku's like, man, screw this. I need to get involved in this fight right now because this guy has no access to his quirks. At least with me, with my power, I think I can do something. Let's be honest. Deku is probably the only person that maybe could do some drill damage against Shigaraki. But the problem is this. Deku only knows one of the quirks of one for all of the other 7, 8 users of the series. Really 7 if we're being honest, because All Might didn't have a quirk. But that's kind of the thing there. So Deku and Bakugou, they get involved in the fight, but even with their influence, they're not really getting any solid damage in. But I do like the fact that Deku and Bakugou are now getting involved in this freaking fight because, hey, what's stopping them? Dude has no access to quirks. Heroes are spread thin right now. They only got 3 people really freaking fighting Shigaraki, and that's not enough. And you got 2 heroes pretty much supporting Aizawa. That's not enough. But absolutely insane, absolutely crazy. With that whole instant, and then again Shigaraki showing the disrespect, to Bakugou, saying, I'm not worried about you, man. I'm not even looking at your way anymore. Saying that he doesn't care about Bakugou, which crazy. And then one last thing before we cut over the Gunga Mountain Villa area. It seemed, we've been getting Shigaraki's been getting these head pains of All For One telling him, get one for all, and you can clearly see, we even see All For One in this episode where he starts smiling because he knows, everything's going accordingly to plan. And the thing is, Shigaraki's like, please, I'm not trying to be like you, master. I'm trying to be something better than what you ever accomplished. So I don't give a crap what you say. I'm going to be my own person, and you're not going to control me. And I'm going to use your quirk the way I want to use it. So, yeah, Shigaraki's taking all these damn hits, man. He's at 75%, no quirks, OP as shit, and he looks like the damage isn't freaking doing good. Like, literally. They are firing off freaking attacks. Like, Endeavor fires off one freaking crazy yet strong attack. And Shigaraki's just like, alright, that maybe hurt a bit, but I'm getting back up from that. And it's like, dog, what? So, yes. Gunga Mountain Villa area. As we get the end of the episode, Giantomachia pretty much awoke. And he's going to Shigaraki and everything. He grabs all the League of Villain members, and before Dabi goes with him, he grabs Skeptic. Why he grabs Skeptic? No idea. Now, I know why he does because I read the manga, but for an anime only, if I'm giving an anime only perspective, you have to wonder, why is he taking Skeptic with him? What is the purpose behind it, taking Skeptic with him? And, like I said, where it's pretty much DEFCON 10 over there in the Jakku, it's getting to the point where it's DEFCON, I guess, 1,000,000 over there in the Gunga Mountain Villa area. You have it to where freaking, Gigantomachia is charging his way. You have it to where Mount Lady is trying to hold him back, trying to push him back. But the thing is, he's moving her, if anything. And she's like gritting on her teeth. She's bleeding and everything, just trying to freaking, like, she's gritting on her teeth so damn hard, her gums are bleeding and everything. And all of a sudden, he just thinks about changing directions, and he just throws her out the way with utter ease, man. Utter ease. Like, it wasn't even a competition, man. Wasn't even a competition. So, on top of it, you have it to where Kamui was at midnight, they're trying to do something to stop Gigantomachia. But the thing is, the League of Villains are on the back, and the heroes don't know that. And Dabi catches Kamui Woods by surprise by using his flames, but when it looks like Midnight gets past that defense, you have it to where one of the villains, Mr. Compress, he throws these balls that pretty much contained rubble, and Midnight didn't see that coming, and she gets hit by that, and she falls to the ground with the rubble going down to the ground. By the time you see her, she's beaten up to hell. She's battered, bruised, bleeding. You have to wonder if she maybe broke some bones in her body, and everything because of that. And like I said, this gets to get DEFCON like a million with everything. And pretty much she gives a talk to Yaoyorozu over the comms, who they've been, thanks to Jiro and Shoji, they've been keeping an eye on what's been going on in terms of this Giantomachia situation. You just have it where, Midnight tells Yaoyorozu, hey, listen, I know it's illegal, but at this point, we have no freaking choice. Put that MFer to sleep. And everything. And yeah. Sheep Trillion said, I believe in you. I know you can do this. Just do what I tell you. Put him to sleep and get away. But in the meantime, in this said scene, as she's saying, you see some of these Liberation members behind her, and we see how one of them looks like he's going in for an attack, and seemingly enough, she turns around and then boom, comms cut out from Yaoyorozu, from Momo, and she's asking Midnight, what's some more information? And it's just pretty much on this fly. And the way she, Midnight was talking before this, it seemed like she was pretty much at the point where she knew her time was done. And the way the scene is portrayed, it looks like it looks like Midnight is dead. It looks like Midnight has been killed. And if she got out of this situation, yeah, what is it? That would be shocking. But the way the scene is built up with Midnight, the way it is, it looks like Midnight is dead. Because she was ganged up on. There were four Liberation members right then and there, and one of them, was attacking her from behind and caught her by surprise as she turns around. And like I said, she was already battered and bruised, so a hero that's pretty much weakened, I would say that's easy pickings. So you have to wonder if she did die, and she's dead. Well then, that's a big loss for the heroes. And again, to make a mention, that's a big loss for some of the 1A for the class UA students, because that is one of their teachers, and we know the relationship that Momo's had with Midnight. Yes, they haven't shown a lot of it, but the moments where you had those moments where Midnight said, Yaoyorozu, she has the capabilities of what it takes to be a leader. She has what it takes to make those quick decisions on the fly and lead a force of heroes. We saw it. If you watched the second My Hero Academia movie, you saw it a little bit right then and there, where she took point and she came up with a plan, and Class 1A executed it. The whole thing going back to the final exams, when she was paired up with Todoroki, to go up against Aizawa, when she had to make quick decisions. Simple as that, what she did in the Hero Licensee exam arc, simple as that. And you have this moment where Momo, it looks like she's going back to that season 2 point in time where she's just freaking out under pressure and everything, and she doesn't know what she's doing, and her friends are asking her, hey Momo, what are we doing? Are we gonna just stick and run? Are we gonna help the heroes out or something? Are we gonna do what Midnight said on the comms? Are we gonna go help Midnight? And then that's when Momo just comes to a quick decision, and she's like, Jiro, Shoji, tell me the freaking down and distance where this dude is at, how long it's gonna take, how big this guy is, and what we're gonna need, because we're gonna put this MFer to sleep. And she starts creating the capsules to put some sleeping solution in it, and that's when it is. And pretty much the whole thing is, they know what they have to do. Kaminari makes mention, hey, we put the shoots on, we're heroes now, so we gotta do what we gotta do. So that's where the episode ends off, and it looks like next week, Class 1A and Class 1B are going to have to find some way to stop Gigantomachia. Yes, 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 yes. And this is how bad it's gotten, bro. This is how bad it's gotten. Like, this is what I mean by they're right now. The heroes are at DEFCON 1000. Now to the point where now students are gonna have to get involved now. You have Deku and Bakugou in the Battle of Jakku getting involved in that fight against Shigiraki. You know, now you have Momo and those group and the other group, Class 1A and Class 1B, they're pretty much trying to take down a damn fucking giant. And all I'm gonna say is this, I read the manga, I know what's going on in the future events, and all I can say is shit will get freaking crazy. So I'm gonna say now, with this potential outcome of Gigantomachia now having to pretty much spree back, and he's blitzing, and we see to where Mount Lady is trying to hold on for dear life at his feet even after getting taken down. We have it where Class 1A and Class 1B are trying to take down Gigantomachia by putting him to sleep, pretty much. There's a potential outcome that, shit, some freaking students, maybe students from Class 1A or Class 1B, maybe one, could potentially die in this whole circumstance. And like I said, I believe I said this last week, if Horikoshi kills a kid off, he kills a student off, holy shit, you know how dark that is? Killed a kid. So, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting, man. Hero Society is literally falling, and it looks like legitimately the heroes are going to lose this. Legitimately, it looks like the heroes are going to lose it. They look like they have the perfect executed plan, and then everything just went freaking wrong the moment Shigiraki awoke. When he awoke, everything just went wrong, and man, all I can say is for you anime onlys, it's gonna be an interesting ride for you guys. Like, as somebody who read the manga, I remember from these ones, and I kind of wish my co-host was on the channel with me this week. It's like, but regardless, I can still tell him every, week, when we do these reviews, it's like, I remember when I was reading the manga from a week to week basis, and even sometimes there was chapters where we had to have 2-week breaks because chapter went on break and we had to not only wait, a week, we have to wait till next week. So pretty much 2-week break. When I was reading the manga, I didn't know where the story would be going. I'm like, how the hell are the heroes going to get out of this situation? What the hell is going to be the future of the story? Like, I was like, if the heroes lose, how are they going to retreat? Simple questions. I was just, this is crazy good. I'm loving My Hero Academia. The fact, again, I want to make the point, the fact that everybody is now loving My Hero Academia again after they were shitting on the past few fucking seasons, where it's just like, dude, please get off the fucking bandwagon like you were a My Hero Academia fan to fucking begin with. I'm not saying that they're not My Hero Academia fans, but it really pisses me off where it's like these people were shit talking the season like they were bad. Like, I didn't think that the seasons 5 and seasons 4 weren't that bad, really. I thought they were solid adaptations. Were they the best? No. But I thought they were good. Like, people were freaking out for no damn reason. And now everybody's loving My Hero Academia again because it's shit that they've been wanting to see. And it's like, no, you don't deserve to ride the fucking bandwagon on this shit. You were shitting on My Hero Academia for 2 previous seasons, and now you want to jump on the bandwagon. I'll let you enjoy your fake bandwagon moment, but honestly, like I said, if you feel differently, I could care less. If it was me, I'd kick you off the fucking bandwagon if you were shit talking season 4 and 5 and everything. You'd say, oh, you're just being a My Hero Academia fanboy. I could care less. People were literally shit talking season 4 and 5. Especially season 5, which I thought season 5 was actually pretty solid. Yes, it's the worst season by far, because of the story points that were enveloped in that said point of the story of the series. Like, if you ask me, what is the worst point of My Hero Academia? The whole entire stuff of season 5 was probably the worst content stuff. If anything, Class 1A versus Class 1B is the worst arc in the series. But it's nothing where people should have been complaining. Then you had the whole movie and everything. Again, season 5 is the build-up to this season, or was the build-up to this season. So guess what? Again, I saw another reviewer. He said season 5 pretty much walked, so season 6 can run. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. And man, it's pretty shocking. It's pretty shocking stuff right there. But I'm gonna get out of here again. Apologize for my co-host not being here. He went out of town. So yeah. But he'll be back, next week. So yeah. If you want to check out his channel, go to look at a lot. Excuse me. Go. My God, the cough, man. Go look at last week's video and just go to the description to the go to the comment section and everything, or not the comment section, the description below. You'll get his information. He's currently playing the newest Sonic game that came out, Sonic Frontiers. His part 1 is up. When he gets back, we'll upload like part 2 and stuff like that. I played the game. I've already beaten the game. I will actually be doing a review on the game and everything, just talking about my enjoyment. I'm not gonna get into like freaking depth in the game, like stuff like this, like a freaking game critic would. But I'll just tell you my enjoyment with the game and if I think this is a good Sonic game or not. But look forward to that video in the coming days. But till then, guys, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content. Hit that like button if you like this video, as well as this put a comment in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of My Hero Academia. Anyways, guys, catch you guys next video. Till then, guys, peace.